Good evening, RSC. Welcome back to All Star Night once again. My name is MD. I am joined on the desk with Taco. Producing in the background is SavedHawk. Tonight we have challenger, rival, and veteran All Star matches. We're like we said, we're into the tiers now. This is going to be a solar lunar matchup. So root for whichever conference your franchise happens to be in. Taco, after last night, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, ready for another hopefully not as long as night if we to avoid some of the recent Rocket League issues that have been happening, but yeah, it's going to be an exciting one on the pitch. This is our biggest tiers, but all of three of the 28 team tiers that we have, challenger, rival, and veteran. Um, and it's sure to provide a lot of exciting actions, assuming the players want to play exciting games. But without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal the first set of All Stars with the challengers. Starting off in the Solar Conference is Hey 17, Soul 09, Jerksa, and the reserves are Shea Butter, and then for Lunar, Dirk, Storchburn, Drizzy J, and in reserve is Rampage.
Congratulations to all these players for becoming your all stars for these tiers and for this tier and for these conferences. We are short a player at the moment, so we're still waiting to get everybody in here. But Taco, do you have much information as far as these players are concerned? I don't remember exactly what tier you're in.
I am in Challenger, so yeah, this is my tier. So I'm very familiar with all of these players, especially the Lunar ones because I was in the Lunar Conference. Um,
Sure.
Though I did play against Seoul. I think we scrimmed Bearden, so they were good. I know Ryujin was a very good team, so both Jerksa and Shea Butter were fantastic players. Hay was the first overall draft pick in Jolly. Um, and then Dirk, I think, had the highest SPV in the tier. Storchburn won the championship. Um, let's see. Drizzy was on the Scribes. He was a prospect promo, or I think, yeah, prospect promo. Um, and then Rampage was my teammate. And so he's very good. So I'm excited to watch all these players.
Well, maybe seeing Rampage up here in reserves, it'll light a bit of a spark under you to get up into the All Star yourself. Because I mean, I did hear you complaining a little bit before stream. Why aren't I up here? And it's like, well, maybe just get better, sir.
Yeah, Rampage should not have been on the ballot. I was the better player. If we're being for real, I like carried him. The only reason he has good statistics is because I like gave him the ball and let him, score sometimes. But it is how it is. I think we are still waiting on, let's see, one more player. Yes.
Yeah, we're still short a player at the moment, but I can't believe you're slandering your own teammate like that. Like, I agree, Benjamin. Like, talk about here slandering his own teammate. Bro's out, and Rampage is out here talking about you're gonna be a future rival MVP. Like, bro, he was hyping you up, and you're just gonna talk mess about him like that. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this guy sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had to carry his dead away. Joke. Rampage is an incredible player. He really like made it easy. My job was easy. I just had to like sit and hit the ball shots. Sometimes, most of them were not on target. Like 90% of them. But yeah, Rampage is a really good player, and yeah, the rest of the Lunar All Stars are very good. Sorchburn, of course, won the championship back to back, actually, which I don't think he'll be able to go for the three-peat. They're not going to let that happen. He'll be in Rival or Veteran next season. But yeah, definitely going to be fun to watch both these teams whenever we get the final player into the lobby.
I do see. So I'm looking in chat right now. Maple syrup, Chris. So I'm assuming you're mainly maple syrup in the server, but I don't know what your name is on the All Star sheet unless you're again subbing in for someone. But I I'm not. I don't know if you were meant to be up there
Oh gosh.
on the
Oh
screen
no.
because
Are the graphics
that might
wrong?
be. because it might be a case of the graphics wrong again.
Oh my.
But our produ- our producer did check the list like 3 or 4 times to make sure that he had the proper graphic, and he just went off the list that he was given. I'm not I'm not sure what's going on there. Still
Yeah,
waiting on one
I'm
person.
not
They are
sure. I'm
taking
not sure about
forever.
this. There's something weird about that. Let's
I was gonna say I'll leave it to you to investigate.
see. Well, I do think mainly maple syrup is deserving of an all-star. He was, I think, one of the best players in Solar. We scrimmed them before the playoffs, and they got to the finals, I believe, and put up. Well, they got swept, but definitely before then they were very good, and throughout the regular season, they had a bit of a fall off at the end, but definitely Manticore were a strong team throughout the season.
Understood. Um, there we go. It was Dirk taking his sweet time to get here. I
Well,
was wondering who we were all missing.
yeah. Well, without further ado, I'm going to tell the players that they're good to join, and we can start this one and get into it.
Absolutely. So on the lunar side, you have Rampage, Drizzy J, and Dirk. On the solar side, you said Jerksa? Is how you pronounce his name?
I am not certain. Jerksy, yeah, okay.
Jerksy. All right, so Jerksy. So Jerksy, mainly maple syrup, and Hay 17. We gotta get this game underway. Kickoff goes in favor of the lunar side. Which once again, I'm very confused why lunar is orange and solar is blue, but we're here already. We're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
17, a shot
Oh,
on target. It's off the crossbar and out. How does that not drop into the net? Hurt has to come together with his teammate to get that out. Rampage gets the final touch to clear it all the way out.
yeah, great start here, and I have no clue how that one didn't go into the net already. We've got a battle in the midfield. Rampage is going to win it. Going to win the race to the boost, but gets dusted for the ball. Jerksy up in the air, but he's ran out of boost. Dirk is going to land, and Hayes just going to play it off the backboard. Who's going to be up for it? Mainly Maple Syrup is high in the air and slots it home just under the crossbar as Drizzy was stuck in his net, not able to get out up off the ground in time for that clanger of a shot to come down.
All right, so that is a strong start coming out from the solar tier. Mainly Maple Syrup is able to get that ball off the great pass from Hay. Another shot opportunity coming out. Unable to make contact with the ball there. Drizzy J trying to win the 50, unable to do so. Dirksey puts it into the corner. Rampage has to get one touch, get the second. Able to get it by the first man there. Maple Syrup trying to get it clear, unable to do so. Hay and Jerksey are both back in the corner here. Jerksey has no boost, able to get the touch out. It's past all the defense. It's just going to roll into the net. That is a great shot coming out from Jerksey.
Yeah, great shot there. Dirk doesn't make the contact that Rampage might have been expecting, but he was caught off guard regardless. Jerksey with just a little bit of a strong clearance downfield that does the job, but regardless, 2-0 for Solar, and it's going to need a quick response from Lunar if they want to stay in this game one. Dirk is just going to pop this into the midfield. Drizzy was already up for it. This is going to lead to a free ball for Rampage, who's just going to take it off the sidewall, try and take his time, but he's run out of the resources. There's no boost for him to steal. Drizzy off the backboard. He's going to have to be first to this. He goes for it himself. Mainly Maple Syrup has to recover and make the save. Jerksey on the ball, not able to, or trying to make something happen, but it's sent away by Drizzy.
Dirk puts a shot on target. Hay is able to cut that off already. Jerksey touch to the backboard. Anybody shot coming in? No, nothing there yet. Maple Syrup has possession of the ball, trying to get it by one. It's a flip reset off ceiling. It's going to come down into the net. There's a great shot from Hay, and Hay is able to put it in the back of the net. 3-0.
Yeah, Maple Syrup, the great ceiling control down to, it could have been either one of them. Both of the, Hay and Jerksey are fighting for that ball, but it's Hay who's first to it, who puts it towards the back post and gives Solar a distinct advantage to start us off. Hay's up in the air to start. Dirk just trying to get control of the game, but again, there's not much control to be given. Jerksey and them trying to link up. Rampage has to guide that one to safety. This one is getting out of hand a little bit too quickly here. If they're not careful, Dirk off the sidewall. Mainly Maple Syrup is up for this. He's been dangerous. Hey, has a free touch, and it's a little bit weaker than he probably would have wanted. Instead, he'll get the bump. He'll follow through. Who's going to dive for this? Hey does not want to commit. Mainly Maple Syrup misses the ball, and somehow that almost just went straight in.
Dirk still continuing with this ball. 32 boost. Can't get the follow-up touch. Leaves it for Rampage. Gets dusted to the ball. Drizzy J just has to get a touch. He's going to go to the backboard. Just one more touch from Hay. Once again, off the crossbar. A wide open net, and they're unable to make the conversion.
Hey, thinking it's the crossbar challenge. Unfortunately, not today. Luckily, they already have a 3-goal lead. Drizzy's awkward, or Dirk gets the goal just literally from way downtown, just from his own net to the other end. There's a pre-flip that Hay tried to get, and mainly Maple Syrup was not in position to make the save.
Syrup tried their best to get back to that ball, but unfortunately were unable to. Lunar gets on the board now. They still have plenty of time to at least start mounting a comeback. It's one way to do it is just to get a quick goal. Rizzy trying to put it off the backboard, and does. Does he have a follow-up? No. Maple Syrup clears it away. Clears it over Dirk. It's past Rampage, a pass to the middle. It's going to go off the post and out. Dirksy trying to get back to that ball, but unable to. So now Rampage has possession once again. Wins the 50. Trying to get it down to Dirk, who gets another 50. It's going to go to the sidewall. Hey, has plenty of time and boost, gets it by because it looks like somebody overcommitted, trying to get the ball out. Rampage is unable to do so. The 3-goal lead is reestablished.
Yeah, Drizzy probably flipping a bit too far there, gets caught out overextending, and the shot came in from Hay for Solar to reestablish themselves with the 3-goal lead, and with a minute left, that's probably game, unless Dirk can do something about it. He's going to get a good touch. That's going to hit the side and then go nowhere. In fact, Drizzy's just waiting it out. Good shadow defense there. Going to let it drop. Has control, has the boost, but gets challenged immediately by Hay. This one's dropping in front. Saved away by Dirk. And Jerksa is just going to take this one back to his corner. Steal the corner boost. Protect the lead. Jerksy down to Hay. Hay with the ball. Rampage has to make a touch. Is getting harassed on the bump. Syrup shot to the back post. This one might just be straight in. Instead, it's straight in off an own goal. As that was one was not directly towards net. That one was really awkward for Dirk. I don't blame him. That is a tough position to be in.
Yeah, that's just not ideal. Dirk was ready for the ball to basically just go into his net. Bounces off the post and into him. That's just an unfortunate way to cause a 4-goal deficit. Drizzy J trying to keep the team in it right now. Rampage booms it upfield. Drizzy has no boost. Ball's going to get cleared away. The Syrup's already there. Gets one touch. It's going to go towards the middle. Dirk has to touch this. Manages to get it away. Here's Drizzy J. Has a touch off the air here, but unable to get the follow-up as it gets cut off. Rampage trying to keep the ball in play. Maple Syrup tried to ball his team, ends up balling the entire defense by himself. I'm not sure what Maple Syrup was doing here, but Rampage gets credited with the goal.
Yeah, Syrup taking the ball away from Hayes clear. A bit of a miscommunication, but Rampage will take it, and he'll find his first goal of the series. 11 seconds left. Probably not going to mean much for this game, but it will mean something to build off for the future games. Drizzy's just going to see this, let it go by himself. 3 seconds left. Syrup, one for the road. No, it'll hit the ground eventually, I think. No, Dirk's going to try and keep it up.
What?
Drizzy pops it. Hold on, we might have a buzzer beater. Dirk can't get it to go. Game 1 win for Solar, and a strong performance there. 5 goals spread amongst themselves.
So, mainly Maple Syrup, I saw in the chat through Lucas there, coming in as the second reserve. So we had 2 players on the Solar side unable to show up today. Maple Syrup gets the call up, and honestly, was deserved. I mean, 2 goals, 2 assists, 2 saves on 5 shots. Maple Syrup doing some fantastic work there, picking up the double cycle, which is not, you don't see very often where players get a double cycle.
Yeah, double cycles are pretty rare. That's 4 contributions in itself, and then having to be as well rounded to get that many great chances for your team is really good work. All around, great game for yeah the second reserve. So there was a lot of strong talent in Challenger this season, and a lot of players that probably could have been um, on that main All Star team. Probably Maple Syrup was one of them, but regardless, the second reserve having to come in and put on a performance for the Solar team and definitely helping them get out to an early lead. But regardless, we are going to be straight back into game two. Off the kickoff, it's going to be Drizzy and Maple Syrup on the diagonal. Here we go. Dirk on the kickoff loses it back to Drizzy. Drizzy's going to be first to the ball, bangs it downfield. Maple Syrup has to get a touch and does really well to get it off the wall. Rampage trying to pass it across. Who's going to be there? Dirk doesn't have boost. Bumps Hay. Hay can't make contact. Maple Syrup on the ball. Plays it. Rampage makes the save. Hay back into the middle. Rampage up for it. Bangs it downfield. Dirksey, not a lot of boost. Ran out of it. Who's first to this? Rampage back to Drizzy, but it's cut out by Jerksey.
Jerksey still has possession. Gets dunked by Dirk. Dirk is trying to fake the defense out. Hay has none of it. Pops it up over one, but gets bumped. Rampage has got to get another save here. Clear it away. Ball still in the midfield. I think Rampage is following it there. Misses. Drizzy J has contact. Looking for another touch. Unable to get it. Hay is going to bang this downfield. Picks up the mid boost as well. Ins the 50 here in the corner. Needs one more touch, but can't get it by Dirk. Maple Syrup's going to try to collect to commit. Maple Syrup still has the ball. Might have got reset here. Did not. Did not see the... I keep forgetting that there's an actual indication for that now. Jerksey with a shot on target. Drizzy J is going to save this and sweep it away.
This one's going to bounce. Syrup's going to take control. Plays it off the wall. Ran out of boost, but Rampage is going to steal or protect his own corner boost. Drizzy off the wall. Jerksey on the challenge. You can see the Solar team are creeping up. They're not letting the Lunar team get comfortable, and you can see it's making some uncharacteristic misses happen. Jerksey off the backboard. This is going to waterfall down potentially. No, it just goes straight down. Syrup's waiting for his chance to go. Eventually, it's going to be cleared away, and Dirk and company are going to have to get reset. Drizzy forces the awkward touch. Rampage up in the air. He's going to be first to it. Syrup makes contact. Drizzy on the follow. Hey, recovers from the back wall and makes the save anyways.
That is two incredible saves back to back, and we still remain scoreless here. Rampage already having a savior badge, and finally Drizzy J carries the ball with the air dribble into the bottom right corner. That is a great shot coming out from Drizzy, as well as getting that 50.
Yeah, great air dribble and the dunk at the end. Great control there from Drizzy, as the Lunar team are able to take advantage of the chances that they got eventually, as Hayes' efforts will go for nothing essentially, but it has kept this a winnable game still. Only a 1-goal game. Now they're getting pressured. Hay is going downfield looking for bumps, but there's no one to bump. Jerksey has ran out of boost. Syrup's awkward. He ran the wrong direction. Drizzy's gonna take a pot shot that is gonna do not much else, but force Rampage to go for this ball. Dirk is waiting for his chance. He bumps Jerksey off, gives Drizzy J a free ball, who's going to pass it to Rampage. Rampage just bangs it away. Dirk now off the back wall. Jerksey's just waiting there, playing the backboard defense well. Rampage still on the ball. Syrup, redirect to the sidewall. Who's going to be on it? Drizzy is. Drizzy ran out of boost, misses the mid boost, and that's just going to force possession away from him.
Gets a touch here in the midfield. Ball floating up for Rampage. Wins the 50, but it's just going to fall right down to Hay. Hay gets a strong clear. Drizzy J able to cut this off. Still in the blue half. Drizzy J looking for another opportunity, but it gets cut off by Jerksey. Rampage already gets the ball. Able to cut it by the entire defense. Unfortunately, Syrup was there and waiting. Picks up the boost. Puts it off the ceiling. Looking for a teammate. There's Drizzy J to cut that off, and the ball's going to end up right back in the Solar half.
Oh, Dirk trying an aggressive pre-jump. Rampage is going to have a double angle. No, he's going to fake it. Drizzy J coming in for the follow. And Drizzy's got 2 goals to give Lunar a strong chance of winning this second game and coming back in the series.
Great reaction from Drizzy J to get that ball over the last defender. And Rampage, that was a fantastic challenge to get that ball away. Hay didn't quite get the touch that he wanted. So now they're on the back foot, 2 goals down, and the defense from Lunar has absolutely stepped up. I mean, Rampage already has a savior medal. Drizzy J has a save of their own, and offense just keeps on pushing as a shot opportunity comes out from Hay, but they're unable to find the angle, and they are still held scoreless.
Yeah, that crossbar ringing is going to be something that might come back to bite them if they can't win this game. Syrup over the head of Dirk. That's going to force 2. Drizzy aggressively going as third man wins the challenge and had to do that when you're diving in as last man. Rampage to the wall. Rampage is going to be back on it. Jerksy. Dirk tries to get it around Syrup. Syrup plays the angle well. It's going to time that little boost indicator to perfection, but Rampage is going to know nothing about it. He's going to try and dunk the last defender. No, Jerksy saves it away. Dirk's going to be on this ball. He's going to have a free touch. Tries to find a teammate. Tries to bump the last defender. Not able to be. It's saved away. Hey, fakes one out. Dirk's last back. He has to be beat. Hey, guides it all the way into the empty net. 13 seconds left. Hay has given Solar a chance. Just beats out Dirk, who tried not to be left last back for too long, and Hay makes him pay.
I understand Dirk wanting to challenge quickly there, given the time that was left. But you had 2-goal lead. Honestly, you could have maybe rotated back a little bit further and got yourself a better angle. Instead, you just get cut off, but still time for Solar to do something here. Dirk is going to cut this off, trying to make up for the potential mistake. Drizzy J trying to put this ball on the ground. Dirk actually keeps it up for Rampage. Rampage is looking for a shot. It's 50 in the air by Syrup, and now we have a race to the ball. Jerksy trying to keep the ball up. There's Maple Syrup getting a pass to the wall, but the ball might finally hit the ground, and it does. Lunar escapes with their lives in this second game, and they will take game number 2.
I thought they were going to get some incredible 0-second magic to come their way, but it is not to be in the end. Lunars escaped that one with a dominant victory. Drizzy accounting for 6 of his team shots just by himself, and Rampage, solid performance, especially on the defensive end, and Dark rounding the team out. Lunar definitely responding well to a tough game 1 loss, and really, I think you brought up making sure their defense was nice and tight and not giving up as many shots and shooting chances.
No, absolutely. Lunar is actually out shooting Solar this time. 10 shots to 10 shots to 6. Yeah, 10 shots to 6. So they outshot them by 4. So they did really well on the defensive end and on the offensive end, just keeping up the pressure. Solar, on the other hand, while they had good chances, they were only able to find the one that Hay was able to get by the entire defense. But you know, right now there's still this game is just gonna keep going. We're tied at the moment. Basically, we're back at 0. So hopefully each team knows what adjustments they need to make. Lunar will probably maintain this playstyle that they're currently playing with. Whereas, did somebody join by accident? Was that Taco? Taco, how dare you? Anyway, now the stats are going to be messed up because they're going to think you were on the field.
I think I got away before it started ticking. But, you know, I was just used to autoing. I don't know what I don't know what happened there, but Rampage. Yeah, exactly. I'm just used to playing too many 6-mans in our server. I just autoed unintentionally. But Dirk on the wall. Rampage's last back. He ran out of boost, but he is not able to follow up on it. He's going to try and look for the mid boost. He will steal it. Drizzy's going to be first to it. Dirk on the ball. Dirk with the ball still. He's got control. Rampage, can he win the race to this? No, Jerksy cuts out rotation. Drizzy has to make a touch. He does. Maple Syrup on the ball. Down to Hay for the 1-2. And Drizzy floats in the air to make the save.
Rampage trying to get a better clear, but unable to do so. Was looking for a pinch. Maple Syrup still on this ball and steals the corner boost. An impressive display there. Drizzy J having to rush down. Rampage is going to be first to this ball with the boost. Hits the 50. Wins it to the sidewall here. Hey, trying to rush in. Gets beat out by Drizzy J. Ball goes over to Dirk. Dirk, a pass in the middle. There's Rampage. Rampage with the shot. It's right down the middle, and Lunar is on top.
Great play there, great rotation. Dirk off the sidewall finds Rampage in a perfect position to slot it between the two defenders with enough power, right between the eyes, down the middle of the net. Nice shot there from Rampage. Gives Lunar a 1-0 lead, and now it's on to Solar, who have been kind of stuck scoreless for a while, other than that one goal they got at the end where Dirk was caught a little bit too far up as third man. Jerksey off the wall, steals the corner boost, but again, that's just going to be a free clear for Drizzy, who doesn't have a lot of boost to follow it out, but he does get a bump. Hey, dunks the living life out of the defense, gets a demo too, but Dirk is able to recover. It almost goes off the back of Drizzy. Luckily, it stays out for Lunar.
Rampage to Dirk. Dirk looking for a shot. It doesn't come through. Rampage is going to drop this back down to Drizzy J. Drizzy trying to get a shot is immediately dunked by Maple Syrup, but there's no follow-up. The biggest thing I'm noticing at the moment is a shot rings out from Drizzy J off the 50. It's going to go in the back of the net. I was trying to talk about something that I'm noticing, but they wanted me to just quiet down, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Lunar team has certainly stepped it up. 2 shots, 2 goals. Clinical in this game. Jerksey a little bit awkward on the challenge, not able to flip into the ball. He's stuck on the side of his car instead on that challenge, which is always going to favor the Lunar challenge there. Dirk is upfield for that passing option, and you can see the Lunar team starting to find each other on these downfield passing options, but Dirk and Rampage both covering this ball. There's no one back who can recover. Rampage can't get back in time as the Lunar team all kind of going for the same ball here, and it leaves pretty much no one back in net for Jerksey to find an open net.
Okay, so just to touch on what I was going to talk about real quick, as far as why Solar was pretty scoreless for a while, is that it seemed like they didn't have anybody to follow up on touches. It seemed like they were sending one person upfield and having no second option. Second man was either playing way too far back or was just a little off to the side and couldn't make a quick reaction to the ball. They seem to have made that adjustment now as Hay is going to get a wide open net, but just leaves it for Maple Syrup. Maple Syrup with the shot. Drizzy J is going to clear this away. I'm not sure how that turned into a saving opportunity when Hay had a wide open net.
I don't know either, but Lunar will take it. Oh my gosh, they're almost own goaling. It's getting into a bit of disastrous territory for Solar now. They have to get control of the game back. Rampage is going to get a great 50. Try and dunk the last man. Hay, who had been dunking them before, gets a little bit of medicine of their own. Coming back to them, Dirk, Rampage, both diving for the ball. Dirk's going to cut it out. Great play on zero boost to stay in the play. Gets the demo too somehow with no boost. Dirk trying to stay active, stay in the play, finds the 50, but doesn't go favorably. Jerksey finds the great 50 on a low boost Dirk to slot it into the back of the net with Rampage getting harassed.
Now we're all tied up. Minute 25 to go. Solar starting to roar back into this game now. Fresh kickoff, and it goes in favor towards Drizzy J. Drizzy J popping this up. There's Rampage looking for another opportunity, unable to find it. Dirk is called into action, gets one touch, looking for the second, but unable to find it. Jerksey going to be able to clear this away. Drops it down to Hay, drops this down to Maple Syrup, but I mean, it works out, but that was very dangerous.
Yeah, definitely an interesting play there. Drizzy's just going to give this one away pretty much to Jerksey, who Jerksey is getting in on the action now, and they got to be careful to not let him beat up. And Lunar are letting this one slip away from them now. Hay gets a great beat on the sidewall. Dirk, though, is going to be first to it. A free ball that he just kind of lets him get away. Rampage tries to get the shot. Can't find contact. Drizzy off the back wall. Hay gets a low 50 on Dirk. Dirk just takes the quarter boost. Leaves it for Drizzy. Drizzy trying to make plays happen. Can't make it work. Rampage going to be next to the ball. He's going to get a 50, but loses it. Drizzy just takes control. Gets it around Syrup. Hay diving. Dirk on the challenge. Syrup redirect, and it finally is going to end up in the corner. Should be relative safety, I say that, but Jerksey's coming in. Syrup off the back wall. Dirk has to read it. He doesn't get the touch, and Solar will punish him. Jerksey gets the hat trick. Dirk needed to make that touch on the backboard. just rushes it a little bit and goes on top of the ball.
That fake from Jerksey was absolutely disgusting. Just sends the defender flying, and it allows his teammate to get the pass over to him. Syrup getting a pair of assists here, and Solar comes roaring back late in the game, and Syrup will put another one into the net. 4-2, 1 second to go. Solar will take this game.
What a turnaround there, Jerksey and Syrup. What a shot from mainly Maple Syrup. Slotting it home with so much power. The Lunar players got a piece of it, but with that much power on the shot, it's going to be nothing they can do about that. Not enough time. It's 0 seconds. It's going to be on the ground. And Solar kind of steal that one off a miraculous effort from Jerksey's hat trick.
Jerksey picking up the hat trick. Mainly Maple Syrup picking up the cycle. That is great mental toughness and in the closing stages of that game, because they managed to tie it up and then take the lead. Jerksey coming off of some great 50-50s, and Maple Syrup also standing tall, keeping the ball close, trying to get it to a teammate, and managing to find Jerksey not just once but twice. So Lunar's got to keep. They weren't playing bad. Just Solar just happened to have a little bit more strength in the tank, a little bit more mental toughness, I guess you could say, and they managed to come back from a 2-goal deficit to go up 2 goals themselves.
Yeah, Lunar are kind of threw that one away. As Dirk is saying that morale's at an all-time low, and that Rampage needs a pep talk from me. So I don't know how much of a pep talk I can do. When they don't have the best player in Chally on the team, you know what I'm saying? But they got the second best player in Chally in Rampage, so they've got a chance. Rampage,
There you go,
Dirk.
Rampage. There's your pep talk.
I know, I'm a master of pep talk. I can see why we exited in the first round, because I'm so great at pep talks. But Lunar certainly have the talent, and all three of these players were so good throughout the entire season that it would be a shock if they don't bring this to a game 5. Dirk,
What a bump.
is a great player, and yeah, as you said, what a bump from Drizzy. And now Solar kind of getting congested in the corner. That's going to leave it for a free ball that Rampage will pass off to a teammate. And Rampage can't make the touch. That's an awkward ball that's again hit the crossbar. Solar has hit the crossbar on some free nets that they've had. We've been saying Solar have been very good, but on the few, like, open net chances they've gotten, they've just skied them or left them in the corner for some reason. So, some interesting plays here. Rampage is going to get a 50, and this one's going to come out into the middle. Dirk makes the recovery across the net. What a save there. Drizzy will get dunked. Rampage has to go, and he will have a touch to the corner.
Finally, the ball is going to bounce out just a little bit further. And as I say that, it goes right back in. Rampage wins the 50. It's off to the sidewall. Leaves it for Drizzy J, who's going to bang this downfield. Jerksey is able to cut this off. Dirk has to get one touch. It's going to go right to Maple Syrup. Maple Syrup with a shot. Oh my goodness. How does Drizzy keep that out of the net?
I don't even know what happened there. There was a dunk on one of them. That was insane. Hey, can't get the touch. Rampage. Oh my goodness. Screeching across the frame of the goal. Drizzy has a free ball that leaves to Dirk off the backboard. Who's first? Dirk can't get it. A cut comes out from Solar to save it away to safety. Jerksey has control, leaves it. Rampage comes across, a double commit from Lunar. Lunar and Rampage. Dirk has to make a really awkward read and does so well there to get a touch.
Jerksey just completely whiffs the ball here. Maple Syrup is called into action, unable to get the boost. Maybe looking to pass this down to a teammate, Drizzy J, able to clear this away. Jerksey looking for one more touch. It runs out of boost, so Dirk is called into action. Here's Maple Syrup again. Drizzy J picks up the boost. Here comes Rampage. Rampage gets credited with the save, but I wonder if he could have left that for Drizzy J to get a better touch.
Yeah, definitely. There was a bit of uncertainty on if Drizzy was going to be able to get back for that ball, so he went for a save that maybe he shouldn't have, but regardless, it works out for them. They will survive. And again, a little bit of a missing communication there. They got to be careful on these double commits on relatively free saves they're kind of being forced into, as Syrup is going to leave this ball, just bang it downfield, gives away possession. Rampage trying to follow up, gets the dunk. A great dunk, in fact. Jerxy's really awkward. Drizzy will come in for the follow, and Lunar will take the lead off of a Jerxy having such low boost and having to make such a tough read on his own backboard.
I like what Hay was trying to do, but I think he popped it up a little too far because Rampage wouldn't have got that 50. He was flipping through, and the ball just really just bounced right out to him. So Lunar getting a little bit of a freebie there. Rampage is demoed by Hay as a result of this play, and they're going to try to keep on the offensive pressure. Jerxy leaves it for Maple Syrup. Maple Syrup will put it into the back of the net, and now we're all tied up again.
Yeah, great play here. Jerxy just all the eye candy. Look at me. And then Syrup just goes in for his own follow. Great fake there, whether intentional or not. It might have been intentional, but it was a great play regardless from Solar. As this should lead to a free ball. Dirk off the backboard. It's not going to lead to much. Drizzy had already started backing away because he has 0 boost. Drizzy's still stuck on the backboard, but he's in the right position. Rampage will leave the corner boost for a teammate to hopefully get. Drizzy clears it long, but this is going to be a free ball that unfortunately the first touch was a little bit too heavy than what Jerxy would have wanted. What a touch there from Rampage. This one's going to come floating. Syrup holds his flip, gets it in the middle. Dirk trying to bump it or get a touch on the ball. Rampage gets a pop, but again, Drizzy waiting on that sidewall. This should be Rampage having a free ball, passes it to Dirk. This is a great passing play. Can Dirk find the double? No, he can't. And Rampage has to scramble to get back.
Rampage is low on boost here. Here comes another shot opportunity. Syrup is going to put it in the back of the net, and Solar is going to take the lead here late in this game.
Yeah, great pass there. Syrup having a free ball after Rampage had to guess how much power that pass was going to come out and what the angle was. So he was getting back in time. What a shot from Rampage. Great kickoff there. Rampage gets a nice pop, a lovely pop for his cheating, and gets a perfect touch over the head of Jerxy, who is waiting back post to try and make a save across goal, but instead it's just pixel perfect in the top corner.
That placement was chef's kiss. I have never seen a more perfect top corner in my life. The ball literally fit perfectly. That was incredible. Rampage gets a 50 in the midfield here. Has to leave the ball alone, picks up the boost, lets Dirk have it. Syrup putting another shot on target. Here's Rampage again. Rampage picking up his savior medal. Drizzy, one touch, runs out of boost though, has to leave it for a teammate. Dirk is called into action, unable to get the touch that he was really looking for. Syrup gonna bang this downfield. Is it a shot opportunity? No, Rampage picks up another save here, but has to be called into action again as Hay takes another shot, and he still clears it away.
Man, heroics needed from Rampage there, but he is up for the task regardless, as Jerxy's going to get a bang downfield. Rampage up for the ball, just kind of gives it away, lofts it. This could be dangerous. Dirk, Syrup has to get back in time. He can't get back in time. I thought he was going to get back, but Hay was completely dusted. Syrup coming in at an awkward angle, and he couldn't get the save away to safety.
All right, with 6 seconds to go, we're looking pretty similar to how Amy ended up going, where we were playing a little bit of an odds and evens game, as with 1 second to go, the ball just has to hit the ground now. Jerxy trying to prevent that, trying to keep the ball up. It's going to end up in Hay's face, but unable to get to it. Lunar will take game number 4 here, and it's all going to come down to game 5.
Yep, game 5, just like yesterday, we are playing for all the marbles in a decisive game. Both teams having great plays and some interesting plays with both of them, which makes sense. We're going to a game 5. We've had relatively even teams and definitely some scary moments defensively for both teams that they've come out of for the most part. But for a game 5, I think we're going to see these teams start to be a little bit more safe and less willing to go as third man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, with this being All Star night, I mean, you're not playing for a championship. You're playing to have some fun. I think these guys are just gonna go full attack. That's kind of what I'm expecting. I mean, it's been really back and forth for the most part. We only had one game that was truly a blowout, and that was game number one. But every other game since then has been decided by a goal, I want to say. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how game five turns out. I'm expecting to see more more offense, more high flying action, to say the least. Especially the way Maple Syrup has been playing, I'm expecting Maple Syrup to be all over the field.
You might be right. We might have just sending both teams just sending it for that leadoff goal. As Jersey's going to get a touch, Rampage is going to be on the ball, but a recovery save is made. They are diving across the frame of the net. Dark's going to get a great beat in the midfield. Jersey on the ball. Rampage should have a free touch, but this bounces so awkwardly, so he's going to have to expel a lot of boost to get there. Jerksey bangs it, gives it away. Dirk is going to cut rotation, try and get there, but he can't get there in time. Rampage plays it off the sidewall. Syrup got over in time. Drizzy, the Lunar team is not letting this ball leave the midfield. Drizzy's pass. Rampage, can he get the angle? Drizzy will leave it for Dirk, who's made a little bit of a car change, in fact. And hey, we'll give it away. Midfield is being covered really well by Lunar right now. This one's almost a giveaway, but this ball is going all over the place. A big demo there should mean someone has a free touch, but instead it baits in the Solar Defender, and Rampage will punish him.
Rampage, you got very lucky that ball just rolled by Syrup. Syrup was looking for a slightly different roll to him. Fortunately, just got a little too far in front of the ball. Lunar will take the first goal. And the reason why I said uh-oh earlier, because I happened to notice the card change a little bit sooner than you did. And I was just going to say, Dirk is trying to bring out the Merc buff, because I know Dirk really, really loves that car. So I think Dirk has finally decided to take the game seriously and is playing in the Merc now.
Yeah, he's brought out the ultra meta Merc car. You know, they're not playing around. Dirk gets a demo from Rampage to clear the way, and Dirk will fire home one of the easiest shots he's gonna get. Syrup had no clue that he was gonna leave that ball off the sidewall, and it's a free net for for Dirk off the demo from Rampage. A great play from Lunar. They're really stepping up the pressure, and as you were saying, they are not sitting back. They are making sure that Solar can feel them.
Rampage gets a touchdown, looking for a teammate. Hay also made a car switch here. Hay is now in the Octane instead of the Fennec, so we have players playing in their more comfortable cars. Dirk, a shot on target, unable to get it by Syrup. Syrup gets two touches here, able to get by the defense. A shot comes out from Drizzy J. Hay is able to save this. Drizzy looking for a 50, but unable to find it. Looks like Hay picked up the boost in the corner here, but there's just mounting pressure coming out from Lunar. Rampage pass to the middle, but he doesn't have a teammate, so Jerksey is called into action to clear this away.
Jersey's on the ball, takes control, takes a touch, trying to find a teammate. Dirk can't make contact. It was great control from Drizzy, but Dirk could not get the decisive touch. Hay got a miss, and I don't think Dirk was expecting it. Rampage's shot into the bottom corner catches out Hay, and finally, some of these miscues on the defensive end. Syrup was going on a stroll, probably looking for boost, and the starvation comes back to bite them as Lunar have a 3-goal lead. But again, we've seen Lunar have an early lead in previous games in the series and lose them still. Rampage trying to find a quick double off the kickoff and not able to do so.
He's going to slow this down, try to get it to Dirk, unable to do so. Rampage, touch to the sidewall, looking for another, but unable to get it by, I think that was Jersey. Wasn't exactly sure. Briefly missed it. Rampage, another shot coming out. Puts it into the corner. Has to get one more touch. Unable to get it by Hay. He passes it to Jerksey. Jerksey with a shot on target. Everybody rushes for this ball, but it falls into the back of the net. And finally, Solar is back into this game with a hope and a prayer.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward rotation. Drizzy can't get back in time. He had a decent amount of boost, but was a little bit too far upfield to be able to make an effort that would not go directly into his own net. But regardless, it's still a good advantage for Lunar
The demo.
as Rampage is going to come in. The demo does not hurt them as Solar will take control, try and get a pinch across net, but another great demo. Rampage has been turning up the physicality in this final game. Hey, it will leave it for Dirksy. Now he'll take over again. Rampage will clear it away. Dirk's going to be on the ball. Has a free touch, but he gets the touch to the corner. Rampage beat to the ball. Now Syrup. Drizzy's last back. He's got to be careful. Dirksy leaves the ball. Didn't want to make the pinch go a wrong way into their own net. Syrup pops it. Rampage waits it out. Hay is going to be on it. Rampage plays it into the middle. Dirksy's shot. Pass to the back post. Saved away. Drizzy scrambling. Plays it to the corner. And luckily, Dirk should be able to be on this ball. Save it away, but they're still running out of boost. Dirksy plays it off the backboard. What a save from Drizzy. And they cannot break this defense.
Drizzy manages to break away, but picking up the boost as well. Rampage trying to pitch this over to the side, trying to get it to a teammate. Dirk manages to win the 50, looks to the pass for the middle, unable to get it by Syrup. Rampage back into the corner, 44 boosted a dream. Dirk nearly getting that touch. Rampage is going to put it back up for Drizzy. Drizzy just has to touch this one more time, can't find the angle, and the ball get cleared away.
Yeah, Drizzy, I think, thought he needed to do a bit more there. As Hay, I don't think he knew how little boost Hay had. He couldn't contest the shot opportunity. Rampage trying to pass it. Can't get the touch off the sidewall. Dirk's going to be forced to go. This is going to leave Drizzy back with not a lot of boost. Hay plays it off the post, and the follow-up from Dirksy goes way skyward. So it's going to amount to nothing in the end. 6 seconds. There is not enough time unless this happens right here, right now. Rampage will cut it out. This one will hit 0 seconds, and Lunar will take this All-Star Game series.
Congratulations to the Lunar side. You guys win this matchup. Lunar is on top right now. Now that I think about it, Taco, do we keep track of Solar Lunar win ratios for for All-Star matches? Because I don't think that's something we've done in the past, but it could be something we start doing now.
I don't know. I mean, probably not. But you never know. But yeah, definitely something we can keep. Who won the prospect one? Do you remember? I don't even remember who won the prospect. Is it
I
Solar?
think it was. I think it was Solar. I'd have to go
Okay.
back and watch the VOD. But
Yeah,
either
we
way,
have the VOD. So regardless, yeah, Lunar taking a nice win, and glad to see that. Great plays all around from all three of the players. Rampage had a great game, controlling the pace of it. Dirk having some nice shots, and Drizzy showing off the max and making some plays happen himself. So really well-rounded game. No real pop-off performance from any of them, but they were just so good at finding each other and staying composed on defense.
yes, they played a really fantastic game. With that being said, we are going to take a short break while we get set up for our rival All-Star match. Give us a few, and we'll be right back.